We got a Papa John's delivery guy. This is a great clip. You want me to just play it?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
He butt dials a black customer. I guess we do have to set it up.
Yeah, you just dropped off a pizza at this customer's house who's black.
Right.
And the guy said in the YouTube video that he gave him a 21% tip or something like that. But I guess it wasn't enough. So the delivery guy is complaining about this customer to one of his coworkers in the car. But he doesn't realize he has butt dialed the customer that he's talking about.
Oh, my God.
And this was all left on the guy's voicemail.
Wait, and the 21% tip is not good on your pizza?
Not good enough.
Why not?
You'd have to ask that guy.
Wow.
Oh, man, I might be under tipping.
Well, I think a 20% tip is good in a restaurant.
They're not filling up my water glass. They're dropping a pizza off. So I give them a few bucks and send them on their way.
I don't know if I'd motherfuck somebody for a 21% tip, because people are taught that you do 15% when you're in a restaurant before tax.
Right.
Is technically the right tip. So if you're tipping 20% on something, I mean, you probably
I don't tip. Society deems a job tip-worthy?
This guy thought it might be race-related.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Of course,
Well,
everything is.
Well.
Yeah? You tip you? Nope. Not at all. Because usually the only requirement for being a nigger is
Oh, boy.
you know, they give me $5 there. Fine, outstanding African-American gentleman of the community. Well, when they tip me, it's fucking nigger. I'm like singing opera all the way home. All the way like, nigger! I'm like, nigger!
He went old school. He went old school.
Sounds like you in the shower.
I'm singing opera all the way home. All right, that
On
was...
somebody's machine.
Wow.
What a dummy. Do you know what's funny about
That's a
this?
whoops.
There's zero plausible explanation for it.
Right.
I'm like a nigger. I got another digger so I feel. And the old one. And there's an instrumental, but I go words to it. And it's diggy dig, diggy dig, diggy dig, diggy dig, diggy dig, diggy digger.
It's from the SWAT theme. I got to step up my game. I don't even do this. Jesus.
Yeah, you got to work the word into old theme songs.
He's doing the...
TV theme songs.
Oh.
But wait, how did he, if the guy dialed his home...
He's on his cell, so he calls him and says, hey, buddy, I'm right outside your apartment.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so the last call he made was to the guy.
But then he's talking to this guy at work.
Voicemail. And so he's in the car,
What, was his buddy in the car with him?
I guess.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought he called his buddy.
Right, right.
No.
Oh, that's why you can hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
He was a big fucking nigger. Sometimes we get two versions of that. What is it, the big order if they're far away and it's just really black? Yeah. So black that fucking fireflies fall around in the daytime.
Oh, boy.
Holy
Oh my God. Wow.
And with that, we say hi to Bill Burr. Hey, what's up,
Hey,
Bill?
I missed what you guys were listening to.
I know. It was a voicemail that was left inadvertently on a gentleman's phone from a guy that I guess was angry with the gentleman for not tipping. Was that what it was?
White pizza guy delivers to a black customer. He gave him, and I guess he got a 21% tip, but that probably wasn't enough in his mind. So he gets in the car with his friend, and he's saying all this racist stuff, and he didn't realize he pocket dialed the customer, so it's all on the customer's voicemail.
Oh
Black
no!
customer.
And
And
he was saying some awful things.
he was singing Niggero. Yeah, it was really. There's no room for interpretation.
No. That's nothing you could say. Well, you got to take it in context.
So what happens?
That's a good question. What does happen?
Yeah, because usually when you mess up like that, you get fired and you end up delivering pizzas.
Yeah.
This guy basically, how much farther down can this guy go?
Yeah. True.
I don't know. I don't know what happens.
Well, he definitely got fired.
Yeah.
Do we know that for sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to fire the guy.
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
Can't be like
And
the feelings of our drivers is not that here. He does have a car that works, and we're exploiting him, and would like to continue to do so outside of his feelings about race.
Right.
and Papa John himself issued an apology.
Oh, he did?
The Papa John. Damn. He barely
What did he
speaks,
say?
that guy.
What did he say?
Yeah.
I want to hear that apology.
He apologized to the driver for sending him to such a cheap customer. It's a racist organization.
He wrote, go ahead.
No.
He wrote, friends, I'm extremely concerned to learn about the reprehensible language used by 2 former employees in one of our restaurants.
They got rid of both.
Yeah.
Wow.
Their thinking and actions defy both my personal and the company values, and everything for which this company stands. The employees responsible for this absolutely unacceptable behavior were...
Does that ever come up in their meetings about pizza? All right, now that we know what toppings we're going to push, what do you guys think about Puerto Ricans? So, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Were immediately terminated. My heartfelt apology goes out to the customer involved, his family, and our community at large. I'm very sorry that anyone would be exposed to these hurtful and painful words by any person involved in any way with our company. Thank you for your important comments. I have personally reached out to our customer to share my own thoughts and offer my deepest apology. Sincerely.
Do you think that guy gets free pizza for life, at least?
I would hope so.
Yeah. Papa John, do the right thing.
You think?
Free pizza for life for the customer. Just...
Plus, everybody loves him on World Star Hip Hop.
It's just a dumb joke. What?
Everybody loves him on World Star now.
I'm sure.
The guy?
Yeah, that's where he posted it.
Oh, they love the customer.
The customer.
Now, what did do we have a video of the customer?
No.
Is the customer talking in the YouTube video or no?
I mean, a little bit, but
Okay.
it's not.
No. It's not about the customer.
Damn,
Yeah, you're
that
saying
isn't-
About the delivery guy.
Who ass styles people anymore? What kind of fucking phones do you have? A BlackBerry or something?
I don't know.
Which would be
This guy
ironic.
You do it all the time?
I do it all the time.
Really?
Do you? What kind of phone?
I have the iPhone.
How do you ass style with an iPhone?
I don't. First of all, I don't keep it in the back.
Right,
keep
right.
it in the front.
I keep it up.
I
in the
dick
front.
dial. I don't know if I have like my keys or whatever. No, but it's always like
You don't have
whoever.
a code in there
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know whoever the last person I texted. Then I'll like have like looks like Russian that I send them. Like, I don't know what the fucking.
But don't you have to put in
But
like?
it doesn't send. But I mean, I've definitely just been like. I don't know what I do. I just pick up my phone and it's dialing the last person.
Yep, I've done that too.
Yeah,
even with your fucking safety thing.
Well, yeah, maybe it's before you turn it off and you don't realize, like,
There's that window.
There's a window. And do you ever get a 4-minute message from somebody and then you realize immediately they pocket dialed you, but you fucking keep listening? Like, I'm almost secretly hoping they badmouth me and I fucking catch it.
No, you get scared they're going to badmouth.
No,
I know.
listen.
I get very frightened.
Yeah, I
don't
get
wanna hear it.
frightened too.
I don't want to hear it.
No, I don't either. But you do listen and you just pray that they're not going to say anything stupid.
Yeah.
I delete it immediately.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to.
I don't want to know.
No, I don't want to know.
Bill Burr, how are you, brother?
I'm excellent.
You got
Well, nice to be here.
You got tour dates all over the place. BillBurr.com to see where Bill's going to be. But Count Basie Theater tonight, Red Bank, New Jersey.
With the teen idol sensation.
Joe DeRosa's
Joe
back.
DeRosa.
Is he back from his road trip?
Oh, yeah.
He came in here to announce he's going to be away for a while.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
He was going to hit the road for a couple months.
Yeah, and hit the road he did. I don't know if it was a couple of months. I know he went away
was a
for
while.
Yeah, he didn't even. He didn't even tell me he was doing that. All of a sudden, I'm just calling him, and he was like touring like Willie Nelson. He's going to all these honky tonks throughout the South. But I guess he does that tour every year, so
Cool.
they're starting to get to know him down there.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show. It's been a while.
He's doing the Stress Factory, I think, this week, because I was there last week and they're promoting that he was coming through. Cool.
I watched Stand Up Guys. Holy shit. It was fucking fun.
Oh, you liked? Oh, good. Thank
man.
God.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
God.
yeah. Just fucking. You with the gun, especially at the end with the gun. You're fucking shooting out the window and shit. Like, look at Bill shooting. It's great.
I screwed that up, too. I was supposed to squeeze off 2 shots. You're supposed to break the window with the gun. In the first take we did, I had my finger on the trigger, and when I went to break the window, the gun went off. So then I shot one and then mimed the other and then fell back into the mattress. And I was just like, please tell me everybody just didn't see that. and there's this weird, like, you just feel like a little girl if you just blow that. But it was without giving away too much of it. I got when we first went to rehearsals, I got to work out a fight scene with Walken, which which was unbelievable.
That was very cool, man.
Wow.
Watching you with it, and you fucking pull it off, because I was watching it and I was frightened for you. I'm like, how do you act in front of these guys? Like,
Oh,
how
yeah.
do you?
No, I had the panic
and you're
attack.
All fucking bravado guy. You're like, yeah. He's all fucking like, don't fuck with me. It's like you're fucking acting in front of Pacino and
It's amazing.
You were in the thing,
fucking
Pacino?
walking.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude. Fuck.
It was fucking amazing.
And Walken was a fan of Patrice. He didn't know him by name. I was telling him,
right.
unfortunately, how it was like April and Patrice had passed like 4
November?
or 5 months, before. And he was saying that he watched this. I guess he watched the stand-up all the time. So he was describing Patrice. It was really funny. He goes, big guy, like he goes, real macho act, but funny.
Yeah,
But really,
yeah.
he kept going macho, but funny. He kept saying, but it was funny. Looked like a big football player. I'm like, Patrice O'Neal. He goes, yeah. He's like, yeah. And he really was just like, he goes, you know, it's weird. He goes, you can tell within the first, he goes, I feel 30 seconds when you're watching a special whether somebody's going to be funny or not. And, yeah, he was great. And Pacino was just really warm, nice guys. Thank God. I had like a panic attack. Like,
I couldn't imagine. While I was watching that, I'm just
they were going to
how
be
is he
like,
even
who is
functioning?
this redheaded? Exactly. Exactly. No, believe me, dude.
It's cool as fuck, man.
Yeah, I've probably aged 10 years pushing down fear. No, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was just like, and I did do that shit, like asking everybody on set, was that good? Was it okay?
Was that okay?
Am I gonna get fired? No, it was great.
Shit, very cool.
It was great.
What's
And,
the movie called?
It's called Stand Up Guys.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
got to work a little bit with Mark Margolis, and he and I guess Al had not seen each other since Scarface. And for those who don't know him by name, he's the guy when they're in the car and Pacino goes, "I said no fucking kids,"
Yeah.
and he blows his brains out. So the two of them, I guess, are not at work together.
Wait, he played Omar?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So I guess he was telling me that, you know, they hadn't seen each other since then, and Al was kind of saying, like, you know, did you ever think that movie was gonna be like this
Holy
thing that it is now?
really?
Because from what Margolis was saying was that, like, it was not well received. Like, it got
I guess when it first came out, yeah.
kind of got, like, they said it was too over the top. And
Theatrical
blah, blah, blah,
release.
blah, blah.
I do kind of remember people giving it the poo-poo, as they say. But yeah, talk about cult status now. Forget about it.
Yeah. Now it became like I don't know what to call it. It's like just like people live their life by that movie.
And you're just standing there like on fucking Pacino is discussing Scarface.
No, I wasn't there for that.
Oh, okay.
Margolis told me that, and I was like, oh fuck, I wish I heard that. I wish I heard
no
that.
shit.
But it was yeah. So,
Damn.
I don't know how, dude.
Very cool.
Yeah, lucked out. IMDb page is a quick read, but I
There's some good
parrot
shit there.
troop into all this cool shit. I'm there for like 2 days, paging Mr. Herman, you know? And then I get to leave. So
That's cool as fuck.
yeah.
That's really
That's really
cool.
cool. By the way, it wasn't Omar. I was wrong. It was the other guy.
Yeah. We have a guy in the car.
The guy who got shot in the fucking, his brain
Yeah.
got splattered.
Look at
Yeah.
you now.
Yeah.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was telling him, like,
No kids.
he was saying how many meters to get closer. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
holding this fucking 1950s looking bomb device.
Oh,
Yeah.
that joystick and the one big red button. That guitar. That blow kids up button.
You wanna cookies? Yeah, he's the fucking
It's that guy.
Yeah.
Now that you see his picture.
oh,
Everyone knows
Breaking
it.
Bad.
Yeah, sure.
The bell guy.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding.
Oh yeah,
Ding,
that guy.
ding,
You got to get
ding.
him on here, man.
Fucking-
he's got just unbelievable stories.
No
he's been doing
shit.
it. He's been doing it forever, and he's just really honest, just straightforward, like New Yorker kind of guy, man.
Yeah.
He's really, really cool guy.
It's fucking great.
Bill, by the way, bravo on the benefit. We haven't talked to you since. It was amazing for Patrice O'Neal.
Oh yeah.
You
Has
put
it- I
that
haven't
whole
been here since
fucking
then.
thing together, man.
Yeah.
Maureen Tarrant, she did a lot of
Well,
heavy lifting.
yeah,
I was like, this is what I want to do.
Well, and then she got it done.
Make it so.
Yeah,
she's great too, obviously, but people don't know her; they know you.
Yeah.
And wow, to take that on, that's just awesome.
Did you see
Yeah,
the
but
picture?
I mean, everybody else, so you know.
Yeah, and thanks for the picture.
That's
of course
fucking
I
awesome,
did.
dude. That black and white photo. Is
That you
awesome.
sent to everybody
yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah, that
all
thing is-
framed and all nice. That one's hanging up in my house.
Yeah.
So-
Well, we're hoping to do it. You know, make it a yearly thing, and
That'd be cool.
yeah, to help out his mom, and then also maybe expand it a little bit, give some money to some sort of like survivors of strokes or whatever, kind of
Great.
whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. Like I said,
Whatever the fuck,
Maureen
Chad.
handled most of it. We can't even get through the people who benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the worst. Jimmy, what are you doing, dude? You're like your high school weight. He looks like a fucking goddamn
right?
movie idol over here.
Oh, thanks, Bill.
Huh?
He's lost 30. 30 is
About
it up
30,
to?
yeah, close to
30
30.
pounds.
I was going to guess that, like 25, 30.
Yeah, I've just been going to the gym and personal trainers. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow. he's working out with hot personal trainers.
I got 2. Yeah, they're both really
Yeah.
sexy.
Dude, you look like fucking 10 years younger.
Thanks. I feel like I look older, but thank you. My ex
No.
said the same thing.
Oh, you look younger.
Thank you. I just want to look like a boy.
He's an animal in the gym, Bill. You'd be proud.
No, because
You
you
could
got
do a lot of
yourself in
fucking
shape.
pull-ups.
The only way how many pull-ups can you do?
I usually I'll if my arm is not hurting, I'll do 100, but not in a row, obviously.
100.
Yeah, but that's sets.
Over 100 days.
Yes, one a day, one a day, and I cheat on the little apple cream.
How many
You
is
do
set?
100? How many is set?
I usually start with sets of 12, sometimes
unbelievable.
15,
That's
but I'll go down
Yeah.
towards the end to sets of 10.
That's impressive.
No, I do sets of 10 and they kill me. I have a bet with this comic, Paul Verzi, when I'm 70. It's the stupidest bet ever. He bet me $300 I won't be able to do 10 pull-ups. So I'm already feeling myself slipping. I'm going to be 45 next month, and I'm like
The number's already dropping.
He could be a dick and say that only 8 of those counted.
Yeah.
Right.
Trying to get my big head over that friggin' bar. It's just a strength you lose so quickly because you don't do that at any point during
No.
the day.
Right.
The only time
No.
you use those muscles is when you're literally doing a pull-up.
Right.
It's not like, I don't know, if you're laying on the floor, you kind of do a push-up to get
Right.
up.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
kind of do a
there's no-
sit-up to get out of bed.
No reason to pull yourself
Never.
up by your
There's
arms
no reason
like
to work
that.
on that muscle.
Yeah.
The pull-up
I'm
muscle.
stuck in a river and there's a log above me that I have to...
Thank God I did my pull-ups in the
Yeah,
gym.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guarantee you, if you watch mine, maybe 6 out of 10 would
Nope.
be half acceptable
Nope.
and not,
You're downplaying. I've been in the gym with you. It's crazy. I don't understand how you could do so many pull-ups.
I don't like little guys I hate is the guys who do more pull-ups than me, but they do that. They're flopping like a fish to get themselves over. They
Yeah.
do that little. It's almost like they're doing that breakdance move, the worm. Like they're doing it like hanging. It's like what you. That's like the guys who they bounce the bar off their chest when
Yeah.
they're benching. I hate that shit. Or they don't go all the way down. Those
Little
guys
cheat. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
You cheated.
I saw a prison video recently of a guy who's out of jail now. He's a massive, massive guy, and he was doing pull-ups, but he was doing the pull-up, and then he would go to the top of the bar and then push himself up.
Those are
and
called
then,
muscle ups or something like that.
fuck, did that look hard? 'Cause he's a big dude. He probably weighed
How many?
just it didn't seem that hard for him.
Holy
and he did those
shit.
things where you grab a straight bar and you lift yourself out like a straight line, like
Right.
the middle of the letter H.
Oh, yeah.
You ever see
The
guys that can
flag,
do
yeah,
that? Holy
flag.
shit. That's upper body strength.
How the fuck do you do
No,
that?
it's core.
Oh, is that core?
Core strength.
Oh, wow.
How you have to do it? I tried to get it. It just wasn't. You had to do it every day, and I couldn't. I just couldn't. You fucking grab it like one hand. This is so stupid to tell on the radio. And what you do is you actually have your knees in towards your chest the first time you do it. So you're just trying to just bring it up like that, and then gradually
Straighten out.
straighten it out over time. And you have
Yeah.
to go like you have to almost like be at like a 45-degree angle and then sort of drop down
Right.
into
Yeah,
it. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
just literally could just feel all the meat just leave my rib cage.
Just pulling every little muscle.
Oh yeah, and that's just like there would be no way to rehab it ever. There's no like it's not like a pulled hamstring.
Right,
it's just
it's
like
done.
you just
You pulled rib meat off of
yeah,
your ribs. They can't
exactly.
put that back. Sorry, Mr. Burr, that can't be put
yeah.
back.
One side of you's fine, the other side's like pulled pork. No, I'm into that type of shit.
Yeah.
I got a rope. I climb a rope, but I mean, every time I go away, for like 10 days or whatever on the road, and then I come back. It's like I have to fucking start over again. So it's really
Yeah.
it's really
You don't hit the
frustrating.
gyms on the road?
Yeah, but nobody has like a fucking rope that you can climb.
Right.
Terrible gyms on the road, especially the hotel gym, elliptical,
horrendous.
treadmill, or do you want to fucking live 6 pounds? That's what they have.
Right. Right.
3 little things to do. It's awful.
And they have these treadmills they got in like 1983. And as you're walking on them, you literally feel like I'm going to put my foot right through.
They're probably concerned about lawsuits. Oh, we can't put any more than 6 pounds on
Ah,
here.
they're just cheap.
We don't want to
Yeah.
fucking
They're
people
just
hurt
cheap.
No,
themselves.
it's all that. It's all avoiding lawsuits
Yeah.
and not spending
And
any
they don't
money.
give a fuck.
yeah, yeah.
What do you mean you climb a rope every day?
Not every day, like whenever. It's
But how
that
high
day.
up?
Not too high because I'm not an idiot. So what I do is I'll go up, and when that gets too easy, then I come halfway down, and then I go back up again. So I'm never falling more
Uh-huh.
than like fucking whatever. I mean, it's still
Like old school high school rope?
yeah.
Wow.
Where'd you get that?
Fucking highschoolrope.com.
Look that shit up.
Yeah.
Get anything online now. It's
It used to be
amazing.
scary to hit the beam in the gym when you
Yeah,
climbed
yeah.
the rope. That was creepy as hell.
I never
And
did
they
it.
allowed us to do that. With
Yeah.
Oh, and they had that
With no
little, they had that
safety shit.
quarter-inch AMF blue mat.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
you hit that. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so you could.
Why do
stay
they allow
alive.
us to do that?
I'm sure now they probably have a harness that they,
I'm talking about-
guys-
No, I bet they don't even have it because of
Probably-
the liability.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can't even have the harness.
Yeah.
It was Washington Drive Grammar School. So we're 10, 11, 12 going all the way up to the beam in the gym on a rope.
Yeah, we all did that. It's,
But
and then you
that's
had to
crazy.
take a hand off to tap the beam.
Right.
And then slide down and get those third-degree burns on the palms of your hands.
Well, you got that nice feeling though if you did it right.
Jeez.
Felt it in your gut a little bit.
Did ya?
A little flutter. Oh yeah.
Jesus, oh, wait, were you rubbing your clit on it?
Oh, I felt the flutter.
How the fuck is rubbing your balls on a rope coming
I
down?
don't know if you
I never
do
got
it just
that.
right, you'll feel a little flutter.
I never got that.
No.
I
Hilarious.
I absolutely felt it.
petrified. Yeah.
What was the test called when we were in high school?
Presidential physical fitness.
That's when I started doing pull-ups because
Really?
I had never done a pull-up in my life, and I remember I was just like telling my muscles like and commence, and my body was not even moving. I was like, it was like I didn't have them. It was like trying to bend your leg the wrong fucking way. It was like I think I did 3. I did like 3, and they were fucking horrific, and you had to do at least 9. And there was already, I was at that age, where, like, some people still have high-pitched voices, and somebody else has, like, a mustache, and there was, like, those guys would just crank it. Like,
Animals.
some kid did, like, 25.
Jesus.
And I was just like, I have to do something about this. I can't be,
That's a great point. It's not fair. Same age, you could either be a man or still a fucking boy,
oh, yeah, no.
right?
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
hanging
yeah.
from the bar, like,
And the kid with the 5 o'clock shadow was just ripping them.
oh, yeah, looks older than the gym teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little more inspiring during the presidential physical fitness test when the president's in shape at the time, in some amount of shape. I had fucking Dick Nixon was in office doing it, so it hurt. It's not like what the fuck? What does he know about
Presidents
physical
look like
fitness?
presidents back then, though. They looked
Yeah.
old.
Right.
Yeah. You kind of want them to look like that. I don't know.
Yeah, ever since like Bill Clinton, they've just kind of been like,
Yeah, just guys.
jogging, riding bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They never did any of that
clearing
shit.
land.
Yeah.
They're always clearing land. Yeah.
After JFK, they were all fucking messes until
Yeah.
Clinton. I mean, JFK, and then you had fucking Johnson, Nixon,
Well, Clinton turned
Carter,
around. He was-
Ford, yeah.
Ford,
He was the
right?
first one you really saw exercising. Reagan, they showed fucking chopping down a tree or something, cutting wood, but that was about it.
Reagan was in amazing shape, though.
Yeah.
I know, but they
He'd
showed
always-
Clinton running around the White House and that whole area.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Reagan, they showed
Bush on
getting
his
shot.
bike.
After Reagan
Yeah.
got shot, you're like, all right, I guess he's his own kind of fucking man.
Yeah, he gets a pass.
Right back to work.
Kidding.
It's amazing.
Might get a fat president next. We'll see.
Have you ever
Chris
been to the?
Christie?
You got to go out to his ranch or what is his the Reagan Library.
Oh yeah.
My parents, when they came out, that's how conservative they are. like they're coming out to Hollywood and they want to go to the Ronald
The
Reagan
Reagan Library.
library and they could give a shit about Hollywood Boulevard and or whatever, Sunset Strip or whatever. So I go, all right, so we went out there, dude. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. First of all, they have like the Air Force One that all the presidents flew in. Like they retired the plane and they built this building around it.
Jesus.
Oh,
Christ.
wow.
You don't
Oh,
realize those places the huge museum, right?
It was incredible. It was.
Jeez.
Could you go on the plane?
Yeah, that alone.
Yeah, that's
You just start thinking of the conversations
yeah. Goddamn
that
right.
that happened on that plane. And I of course can't remember anything that they said. They just told the amount of times like, oh, when this happened, they immediately scrambled Air Force One and they brought the president up the. This could actually fly at 50,000 feet or something
Jesus
insane.
Christ.
Yeah. It was really.
Did they have his sweatpants? A picture came out recently. Sam, if you can find it, Ronald Reagan in sweatpants on Air Force One.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's relaxing.
They're up way too high. It's obvious he never wears sweatpants.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember exactly
Thinking
what it
a
was.
shirt and tie with a sport coat on top.
Yes, something like that.
How was
there
your
it is. Look at this. There it is.
God.
One click.
Oh, yeah.
They're way too high.
William Frawley pants.
All his balls are on the left side.
Yeah,
And he has the tie. What are you doing?
He
He's
was
getting
very
comfortable
big
on
that.
Air Force One.
You know how it is when you fly, and if you sit down too long, you get all fucking
Worst
sweaty.
sweatpants ever. My
Yeah.
God.
Was it nice on the plane?
Yeah. No, dude, it was, I mean, it was definitely at this point, I mean, it's like I don't know how old the plane was. It was one of the old technology. I want to say I talked about this one time. And,
did.
that was that time
fine.
Bobby Kelly said something hilarious about the technology, like almost like they were still using those phones or something, and that the iPhone somehow had caught up to the government.
Right. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, something along those lines. But
You got to think they had all this technology at least 10 years ago. The important people.
Oh, God,
and then
yeah, I
finally
can't imagine.
giving it to us.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean,
It's
we're
obvious.
probably like 3 years away from them just being able to control this remotely,
Right. Right.
like one of those that Sims game or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Ronald Reagan sweatpant picture. Sweatpants.
He would never go into the Oval Office without a suit jacket and tie on. Apparently, the respect,
that
for
respect.
the office, yeah.
Old school.
That kind of went away with Clinton fucking just getting his knob hopped right there in
But
the
yeah,
Oval
Clinton
Office.
treated the Oval Office the way you
I
should.
think he was continuing a tradition.
Yeah, the Kennedy tradition. I think.
Yeah, and I
You
think a couple. I would imagine a couple others.
Probably.
Yeah,
I think right there in the
Who do you think's in that club? The blowjob
come on, man.
club.
as
The presidential blowjob
how
club.
about we
Every
go?
single
Who
one.
isn't?
Who isn't?
Who is it?
Jimmy Carter.
When you have that
Yeah.
access, I had lust in my heart.
Gerald Ford? Not so much.
Yeah, they were
Nah,
all
he was
fogies.
Yeah.
Lyndon Johnson, no, there's no way Lady Bird fucking ate his ass in the Oval
Oh
Office.
God, what a visual!
God damn.
What about Nixon? Blowjob in the White House.
Nixon?
Yeah.
He looked like a real stick in the mud.
He looked like he would get his freak on, though. Right.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
JFK did that
Yeah.
fucking Mimi Beardsley book where she's talking about how he fucking fucked her upstairs in the White House like her second day as an intern or whatever. Like JFK utilized the White House.
All right, Bill, we got all the presidents
guy.
to your right there for your viewing
Okay.
pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure.
Without the names, which makes it a little tougher after.
Military man, without a doubt.
After Truman, it gets tough. Recognizing these fucking guys.
Truman,
but-
I would say definitely.
yeah.
FDR, he was in a wheelchair, so that's kind of rough. Who's that before him? Hoover?
That might be Hoover.
McGovern? Taft? I don't know the names of these guys.
Harding, I don't know.
Dude, that's just such like when you look at all the old presidents, whoever the fuck this guy is right here with the white hair. After that, they all kind of use like Grecian formula, and it becomes like the more modern era.
Yeah,
Where
yeah, look
everybody-
at that. You're right. Yeah, they had to look a little younger. That's a whole power-based thing, you know. You look a little more vulnerable if you're all gray.
Dude, I have no idea. Okay, there's a couple of guys that you know, like Teddy Roosevelt, Lincoln,
Yeah.
Washington, and I can't,
Jefferson.
Andrew Jackson.
Yeah.
There's a Quincy.
Look at this.
John Quincy
fucking-
Adams. Taft.
Who's the guy right under George Washington?
I don't know.
I think that's John Quincy Adams, isn't
Oh,
it?
wow. Very good, Ant.
Is it?
I think he's
Is
right.
it? It might be.
Is that Borman?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not
Completely bald with a blowout right down to the mutton chops.
He does. That's fucking Larry Fine hair.
Yeah.
President Larry Fine.
Hey, I'm warning you.
That was before they figured it out that you could just shave your head and get rid of the blowout.
Yeah, what the fuck? The blowout.
It really is. It's like a lion went bald.
Hey, we have to adhere to the Constitution.
Who was the one with the long beard? I didn't realize we had a president with the really long
Yeah, a
beard
couple.
there. Who was that?
Man,
See, we don't know.
that is terrible to not know.
He had the
Ah, by his
longest
face?
beard.
Yeah, you should fucking probably know
Maybe,
that.
yeah. There's only 40-something of them.
Dude, look how young Bill Clinton and George W. Bush looked before they went through 8 years of that job.
No kidding.
Obama's looking real bad these days too. If you look at when he was first elected,
Dude, it is the worst fucking job you could ever get.
you'll
First of all,
lose so many years.
But we talk about they gain a couple years
Gain
back
a couple back after office when they show him after a couple of years off. They're like, well, we visited president, or he showed up at this, and
that's because they're doing
so
those $1 million
and...
speaking gigs.
Yeah.
That's the payoff on the other end.
Right, it really is.
Because other than that, there's no reason to do that. That job pays like $400,000 a year.
Terrible.
It costs $100 million to get it or whatever. You got to have security so nobody blows your brains out. Anything happens in the country, you get blamed, and you make less than a couple of bloggers on the fucking internet. Like, why would you do that job?
Why? You're right.
Unless there's that
Terrible
payoff.
job.
Yeah. They showed Bush recently. He looks a lot younger.
He looks great.
He looks like he gained a couple years back.
Yeah.
I don't think there was ever anybody more fucking over it.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted no part
He doesn't want
of
anything
that
to do with
fucking
it.
gig after he got out.
He has an excuse every time the presidents are supposed to get together.
Yeah.
He bails out on a lot
Doing
of that
something
shit.
very, very busy. Riding a bike today. I'm doing a marathon.
He's always doing something. Very energetic.
What do you think that's about? Because he's the first one in a
He
while.
had one of the fucking toughest presidencies
ever
in recent history.
He was called a retard for 8 years by the entire nation.
While the world wanted to blow up the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, but he was also prolific as far as like giving you material. I mean, if you're in office for 8 years, you're gonna have like 10 dumb things you did. He did 10 dumb things a month. Like I can't defend that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm any smarter than that guy. That was the joke I was doing, saying I liked him because he made me feel like I could be president too.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that.
I don't know. Before the arguments start, I think he made his presidency pretty tough.
You think he made it tough himself? Yeah.
I don't. Well, you know something with this last that terrorist attack up in Boston, I was like so relieved that it wasn't anybody from the Middle East, because I swear to God, like you just keep going after these guys with everybody. It's like literally 35 guys are going to bankrupt this whole fucking country because every time you're going to send $1 billion worth of troops to go get 19 guys in a fucking jungle gym. It's just like fucking eventually.
That stupid video.
I'm like, why can't
training video?
Why can't we just send the fucking drones in?
Yeah.
Right.
And have guys from fucking, what is it, New Mexico or Arizona?
Yeah, they're just fucking in some shipping container that's been
I mean, I realize
with...
obviously it's got to be way more difficult than that, but it just, I mean, financially we're doing another one of these things in August. We just raised the debt ceiling again.
Yeah. Just do it again. Well, no one's working with anybody, so now it's just everyone is posturing to fuck up the other side's midterm election right now, so nothing ever gets done.
It's unbelievable.
It's just this country's politicians and the whole political system is just ground to a halt. It's ground to a halt.
No, it's so fucked up I can't even watch it. I can't even talk about it because I just know it's like when is it all going to collapse, and what FEMA camp am I going to be led into? And how long will I be in there before I'm decided that I'm expendable?
Expendable, yeah. You're just eating up valuable resources.
Did you see that 12-year-old girl or whatever from Canada breaking down the banks?
No,
I haven't seen that
my
one.
God.
Oh, we got to see that.
A Canadian? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was great. No, she's breaking down Canadian banks.
Canadian banks?
So there's no reason to get nationalistic or anything.
Right.
It's
People
just
get very
like,
nationalistic about Canadians commenting on our side of the
When
border.
she brings up, it says like a mortgage, they considered it a death note. Like you're we got you for life.
Yeah.
It's just,
How long is this?
It's probably going to, what did it say?
We'll just catch a little
44.
You know, we'll watch a minute
Bit of
of it.
it.
Make it
See
big,
what she
Sam, so we
says.
can see this youngster.
Yeah, where's the youngster?
Hey.
Yeah.
Breaking down the banks.
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
Here she comes, eh?
Have you ever wondered why Canada is in debt? Have you ever wondered why the government forces Canadians to pay so many taxes? Have you ever wondered why the bankers from the largest private banks are becoming wealthier and the rest of us are not? Have you ever wondered why the gross national debt is over $800 billion?
That's it.
Or why we are spending $160 million a day on the interest of the national debt? That's $60 billion a year.
It's nothing compared to
Have
us,
you
by the
ever
way.
wondered who receives the $60 billion? What I have discovered is the banks and the government have colluded to financially enslave the people of Canada.
Dead before 15.
I will share with you 3 important points of reference, which will hopefully spark enough interest and concern for you to continue the research on your own
Wow.
and to engage
Can't
your
believe there's not like a
government
red
to
dot
stop
coming on her
discrimination
forehead.
against the people of Canada. First, we will briefly examine the Bank of Canada. Second, we will see how our banking system works today. And lastly, I will offer a viable solution that we can petition our government to implement. A very little known figure in Canadian history is J.L. Gradden McGeer.
Who?
He was a lawyer, member of parliament, and mayor of Vancouver. His contribution to Canada is probably the greatest in our history. He championed the creation of the National Bank of
She must
Canada.
be a chore.
This is their
Sole
Federal
purpose
Reserve.
is to create and manage Canada's money. It was formed on July 3rd, 1934, and owned by all Canadians.
Oh.
My
Until
fault.
the
My fault.
1970s,
Sounds nice.
because of the Bank of Canada, Canada's national debt was held at a constant, manageable level until the government decided to implement what we now have as our modern-day banking system that is robbing the Canadian people. So how are they robbing us?
How does a 12-year-old do
Allow me to
this?
explain how our private banks and government work today. First, the Canadian government borrows money from the private banks. They then lend the debt-based money to Canada
poor
with
kid is
compounded
dead.
interest. The government then continues to increase taxation of Canadians year after year in order to pay back the interest on the exponentially growing national debt. What results is inflation, less real money for Canadians to spend into our economy, and the real money being used to pad the pockets of the banks.
Oh, boy. This is
Also,
any American
the government
Yeah,
gives
yeah,
the
sure.
banks
No, this
the
is it.
ability
This is the
to
game.
loan out money
This is the game.
that doesn't exist in the form of loans.
This is obviously.
Listen to this.
When a bank gives you a mortgage, which literally means a death pledge or a loan, they don't actually give you money. They click a key on a computer and generate the fake money out of thin air. They don't actually have it in their bank vaults. Presently, the banks only have $4 billion on reserve, but they have loaned out over $1.5 trillion.
Loaned out.
To quote Graham Towers, each and every time a bank makes a loan,
Graham
a new
crackers?
bank credit is created. New deposits, brand new money. Broadly speaking, all new money comes out of a bank in the form of loans. As loans are debt, then under the present system, all money is debt.
I don't know how much money you want to listen to this.
This kid's great.
She's nailing it, though.
Obviously, it's an adult who figured, look, there's less chance they're going to kill a 12-year-old girl.
Right.
So you say this.
Right, for us.
Say it for us.
Please.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's it. You ever think? I was thinking about, like, I got the loan for my house. It's like I never had the
You never
money.
had the money.
All of a sudden, I just get this statement with this number on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you owe us this, and
They never had the money.
dude, this is how nuts it is. When I had had water damage on my house, so and I had insurance. So when the check came, it was made out to me, my girl, and fucking the mortgage company. So I'm like, why is it also made out to these guys? So I'm like, I got to get them to sign the back of this thing. Where are they? Who do I go to?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So I call them up and they go, oh, no, you guys sign the check over to us and we hold on to the money. And I go, wait a minute. I go, it's my insurance. Why are you guys holding on to the money? And they go, well, because we have a vested interest in the property.
So do I.
And I said, I go, so do I. I live there. And then they basically just kept going, no, if it's over $10,000 in damage, it's our policy that we hold on to the money. And I go, I kept saying why. And she goes, it's our policy. And I go, I know, why?
They don't trust
and she
you.
goes, I just told you why. I go, no, you didn't. I know it's your policy. I'm saying, why does that policy exist? And I basically broke her down to the point. This is what happened. They fucked over so many people by loaning them $250,000 for a house that's only worth $180 now. And people were so fucked, and they were going to lose their houses that when they had $10,000 worth of damage and they got the check, they go like, well, I'm not putting it into this sinkhole. And they kept the money and bought like a Dodge Challenger and had a keg party or whatever the fuck they did, right? Bought some Air Jordans. So then the banks would get the houses back with a hole in the fucking roof that they had to fix. So they don't trust me because they fucked people so bad. They don't trust me that I'm going to do the right thing in my own house. So they literally treating me like a child. So I have to give them the money. And I have to do a third of the job, have the workers stop, and then they have to have a worker come over to check the quality to make sure.
Holy shit!
Make sure you're not just on the cheap, patching it up and pocketing the rest.
So this is all I do is I just knock down the principal because I hate having people having that level of control over me.
Let me ask you a question about this, though, because I did the same thing with my loan. I got a loan from the bank for X amount to pay off this, to buy this place. So, but when they gave me that loan, 10% at equity and the other 80% at fucking, a regular rate, it went to the guy who I bought the place from. But then he had the money. So when she's saying that the money doesn't exist, if that guy wanted to withdraw all that money, he could have, and it came from my bank. Like, do you know what I mean?
But this is the thing, but through taxes and penalties, you can do whatever you want with your money, but they're going to ass rape you. They basically, through the taxes and penalties, they funnel you down this same chute. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, like the money that I foolishly put into the stock market, like, I don't even look at it like I'm ever going to get it back. Like, I get it back when I'm like 70. It's like, you can take it out now, but we're going to charge you.
We're going to ass rape you.
Yeah, we're going to charge you. Or you can
just leave it there.
Just leave it in there. So, I don't know. Like, but this is the thing, though. So say like, if you ever go to, like, if you sold a house for $800,000 and then you go to the bank, I want that $800,000 in cash. They're like, I'll take a couple of days because they don't have it.
No,
it's not there. They don't have
big
like
vault full of golden
cash
stacks.
There's nothing. I don't know. There's just like the bullshit that they stick into ATMs. I would think.
Yeah.
Just to keep the other, because other than that, now what's great is everybody uses the debit cards and checks. So now it's like, great. Now we don't even have to have the phony stuff to cover the phony stuff. We're
just numbers.
It's all numbers. You work all week. You get a number on this piece of paper. You stick it in the thing, and there's the number.
That number goes there. That number goes there. But I know what Jim's saying, but here's the deal, Jim. Yeah, you buy a place. You get a loan from the bank, and money goes to the guy and for the most part, again, it's just numbers transferred from account to account. If every single seller of a house wanted cash, there wouldn't be enough
problem,
cash.
Right?
And then also, they have so much loans out, they don't have that money.
Right.
No, and they can legally if you deposited $1,000, they could legally loan off that $1,000 to each one of us. So they like counterfeit another $4,000 that doesn't even exist. And if you got your $800,000, what are you going to do? Stick it in the mattress? You're going to go stick it in a bank, and they got it back.
That's the fear of being armed robbed. Is you put it in the bank just so nobody can break into your place and steal it.
To get no interest at this point.
I was in the bank yesterday opening an account for a new corporation or a new LLC. It was
what are they offering?
She's like, well, we can open a savings account, and she was nice, and I'm like, I'm so disgusted with the Bank of America. They did my corporate or my company through this bank, so I'm opening a checking account there. But I'm like, I put all my money in this one place to invest it. You guys. I said, not you personally, but are reprehensible. With the computer records and the fact that you messed up my final mortgage payment and I had to go through it with the bank manager. They fucking stink. All of them stink.
Yeah. They try to get me every time when I'm depositing or taking something out of my checking account. And I have enough in there to fuck around, buy some dinosaurs for my yard and whatnot. So they always go like, oh, yeah, I see your balance here. Do you want to, talk about an account, this? It's like, really? What are you going to give me? Like, what could they possibly offer me? 0.5%?
That's what they're offering
on my money,
savings.
so
that's
fuck
about
you.
It.
I like when they'll call me up and be like, you're eligible to refinance your mortgage and, get the lower interest rate. It's like, yeah, but then I start off at payment number 1. You're sending me all the way back to the start line again for 30 years. And it's just like, do you think I'm an idiot? And the guys go, no, well, this would be a lower mortgage payment. I go, dude, there's no way you're sitting at a bank going, how can I make less money off this guy? It's like, I can't intellectually break down what you're doing, but I know what your job is.
Less payments for me, less money for me to pay you every month. It's
not like I called him up and I figured it out. Oh, wait, I can refine it. He's calling me. He's fucking guy's calling me like a psycho like 6 times. I finally picked up. And I'm just like, why do you keep calling me about this?
Why would you do
we just
that?
want to make sure that you get the blah, blah, blah. No,
It's got to be in their favor.
You could be paying less every month.
Yeah, that's like goes back to that thing I talked about with those save cards at those things. It's just like it's like, do you think that CVS and these people are going, how can we make less fucking money off of these goddamn people?
Bill breaks it down perfectly.
Do you have a CVS card?
No. Do you want one? And that's what I love too. And then when you pay with the credit card, then you just watch them. They'll just grab a random one and swipe it there for you. And it's like, why the fuck did you I just said I want to pay more money for this.
Right.
And you did that. It's because you're taking my personal information. I think they like sell it to other companies. Like, he loves this toothpaste. He loves the toothpaste. What can we get for that? You want to know what kind of toothpaste this guy likes? Like,
dude, absolutely.
Don't give him your number ever. Don't give him the information.
They get it,
They've
though.
always swiped their own.
Right.
When they go like, you got a CVS card? No. Oh, we happen to have one right here. Zip.
I'll just do this for you. I'll just do this for you.
And it goes out on the fucking, your credit card info's got everything. So then you're getting junk mail. You're getting fucking shit
So
email.
this is what I do. I pay cash. It's like Texas Hold'em, like, or whatever. Like, you don't show the credit card or the cash. You're like, oh, I don't have it, and then you act like you're gonna fucking swipe a card, and then they do the little boop with the CVS thing,
Now
so I
you
got the
save the
saving,
money,
and then
it's
bam, I
cash.
slap. I'm a ghost.
Good one.
You don't know me.
The grid. He's off the grid.
And that right there, guys, how you get the discount on the fucking deodorant.
Fucking Bill. I love it.
With that, we should take a break.
very funny.
Oh, my
Very
God.
funny. Bill Burr is at the Count Basie Theater tonight in Red Bank, New Jersey. Tickets available? Probably
They'll probably have a few releases.
Not many, man, I would imagine.
Piss, you motherfucker.
Yeah, we all got to piss.
I'm not taking that goddamn read.
Look, we're all over the country, and so is Bill Burr. So for tour dates, BillBurr.com is the easiest place to go. And we'll continue with Bill Burr next.
Hello, everybody. This is Anthony Cumia from the world-famous Opie and Anthony Show. And boy, oh boy, do I have some stuff to sell for you. You know something? When it comes to business, successful teamwork is the foundation for growth and success in the future. And when you can meet face-to-face, you work more effectively, more efficiently. But with clients and coworkers spread out across the globe and on the go, getting together can be impossible unless you use GoToMeeting with HD faces. You know exactly what they look like. The powerfully simple way to meet and collaborate online from wherever you are, whenever you need to connect with GoToMeeting by Citrix. It just takes a click to share your screen and work documents in real time. And with the webcam, you can see everyone in the HD video. So if anybody's sleeping, you know. It's just like meeting in person. It's so easy to launch or join a meeting from anywhere using your computer, phone, or tablet. You can even present from your iPad. Isn't that a tablet? What is a tablet? I don't even know what a tablet is, but if you got one, you can use it. Communicate better. Build trust. Get more done. Try GoToMeeting today for free for 30 days. Visit GoToMeeting.com. Click the try it free button and use promo code OPIE. That's GoToMeeting.com, promo code OPIE. Meeting is believing. Once again, I've been Anthony Cumia, and you are listening to the world-famous Opie and Anthony program.
Up with Bill Burr. It's been a while. Playing the Count Basie Theater tonight in Red Bank, New Jersey. BillBurr.com for all his tour dates.
For all your comedy needs.
Yeah, you're pretty much away all summer, huh, Bill?
Yeah, I got to pay off my death note.
Holy shit.
No, I am, dude. I'm trying. Like, that's my retirement. I'm going to just pay that thing off. And then someday, when this business is done with me, I'll just sell it. And I don't know what. Just go live
off the land.
Yeah, live on one of those silver trailers. Yeah, at this point, if I'm not, we're not in a police state and I'm required to live in a mega city.
I love it. I can't stand the fact that you're never done. You're never done with this shit. Like when you say, "Oh, I'm retiring" or "I'm doing this," you're still filling out your paperwork and fucking taxes and things. You're still accountable to the government for your property tax.
Right.
Oh, I paid my house off. Oh, you did? How about if you don't pay your property tax? They'll just take your fucking house that you paid off, that you bought, that is your house.
No, there's a
really?
million. No, and the reason why it's so fucking long, too, is it's so brilliant because by the time you get it finished, you're so fucking old. It's just like the kids are out of the house and it's just, I can't go up the stairs anymore. And then you sell it for some, whatever, and you get
shitty
out.
Price.
Your liver fails or whatever, and you're out. And then they get another 35-year-old. And they fucking put that death note on him. Dude, if you, it just freaks you out. Like you drive, everything you look at, they own.
Yeah.
And even if they don't own it, they're getting it back when whoever owns it dies. So, and however much it costs, it took so fucking long to pay it off.
Yeah.
Dude, and what kills me is it's what fucking kills. It'd be one thing if they were like these fucking gangsters.
Yeah,
and they look like, those UFC guys with the shaved head. It's just like, that guy's going to snap my neck. I'm not going to say shit. But to just walk into a bank and look at these cunts on the other side of the desk.
A little pencil
Now, I'm not
neck.
saying some of them don't go down to a dojo. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying to have this level of power is just, it kills you.
But I don't think the level of power is on the people that you or me see on a daily basis. They're just slobs like we are trying to eke a living by. It's the unnamed people. It's the people that. It's the person that was written on that check of yours. Who is that? What? A consortium of fucking buildings.
But this is the thing. I always came in and talked about that shit, and you guys were always saying that I was going down the fucking rabbit hole, and I was nuts. And I'm not telling you. I remember when I tweeted you. Rolling Stone actually did. I mean, they're fucking so left it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But they were saying like apology to conspiracy as far as that went.
Right.
Not the lunar landing and all that shit. Because they were kind of breaking down how all of this stuff works. And like I actually at one point I was sitting talking to a banker at my bank, and we started talking about that shit, and he was like lowering his voice. He's just going like he's literally going like, yeah, man, it's insane. Have you ever seen like that Zeitgeist thing? Like, no, that was the 9/11 one. I don't know what the fuck it was, but he started talking about it too. And it's like this guy, and it's like, how can you be in this thing?
He's in the machine, but
that you don't even.
He's just a fucking. No, he's a wingnut on the back panel of the machine. But the reason why
he stays in it is his money is stuck in it too.
Yes.
He has a death note.
And
he's literally sitting there like shining Darth Vader's shoes every day because that's how he fucking makes his money. And he's sitting there like, I almost got nervous, like, somebody's going to step out of a wall and both of us, chloroform rag and we're going to disappear. It's like, dude, not here, not here. Are we supposed to be doing the Joe Pesci with a hand over our mouth? Sit in a garage with the radio on.
I am with you. We used to fucking sit here and go, oh, Bill. I think
everyone's all in now.
It's so obvious and out there now.
I'll tell you one of the greatest things you'll ever do, too, is have Joe Rogan talk to you for maybe 43 seconds about why the lunar landing didn't happen, and you're just 100% convinced. It's the greatest thing. He goes, Bill, all the technology we had 3-stage rockets to get us out of this. He goes, so how the fuck did that thing get back off of the moon? What's the top part that's just left? How the fuck did it?
Well, you have barely the gravity that we have of Earth, and no atmosphere to speak of for friction with the air.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Bill I love.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I agree with the banks, but now you're back to talking crazy.
Well, who filmed it? When it takes off from the fucking moon and that camera pans up?
Yeah, they set a camera there with
Is that what they did?
Yeah.
Is that what they did? What did that camera look like? Because I remember what that fucking camera looked like in 1988. What exactly did that fucking camera look like?
It was a big boxy looking
giant
camera.
typewriter looking thing that you could control
silver
remotely.
Yeah, it was.
From what?
From the lunar module. It was able to track the lunar module as it took off.
Oh, Jesus, with this Star Trek horseshit. You know what should be going on right now as you tell this story? That sound effect of when the doors opened on the Starship.
No, I completely believe it.
And I don't even know what I'm talking about. He starts talking about solar flares.
Yeah.
And this shit where it's just like, I don't know, these blasts of fire just go through space.
Can we find this?
It's
next time Joe comes in, I don't want to put him on the spot, but I sat there. And,
he really believes it didn't happen.
But it's standard.
But unlike me,
stuff.
he's probably wanting to punch me in the face because he's actually read up on it.
We had Buzz Aldrin in just last
Buzz
week,
Aldrin
2
has
weeks
punched
ago.
the guy in the face for saying that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
He was the second guy on it.
No. He punched him in the face because he called him a coward. And he's from that generation where them's fighting words.
Them's fighting words.
I got to tell you this right now. I got to commend that doughy jackass because if I took that punch, I would have gone down. He fucking nailed that dude. You know what? That's what I love. You see, like, that dude's back fat, like, ripples.
Yeah.
He just took, I was right. I almost think because he caught him so flush in the face, it's almost like taking a bump in wrestling where you have it go all across your back somehow, went all across his face.
Yes, Sam.
No, that would have been it for me.
I think Joe Rogan, it's the same shit I've heard for years. It's nothing new. It's the same we didn't land on the moon stuff. And it's all been refuted by not just NASA, by other scientists that have absolutely viable solutions as to why we were on the moon and why every one of these reasons that we weren't has been.
No, but I don't want to hear it from them. That's like somebody's accused of murder and he'll tell you why he didn't do it. I want to hear somebody outside of that. I'm so full of shit. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm so tapping out.
What do you got on this, Sam?
Yeah, I don't.
Sam's got something.
I don't believe. I think everything's bullshit.
I think everything is. Yeah.
Rogan's saying now that the moon landing was probably real.
Oh, Rogan?
Yeah, he went back.
They
on
got
what
to
he
him.
said. Yeah,
they got to him.
Well, you listen to somebody give an argument as to why it didn't happen. It makes you like, wow, that's fucking right. It never happened.
Yeah.
And then you hear somebody who knows what they're talking about refute it. You go, oh, I guess it did. Yeah. That's how I felt when I first. I watched one about why it didn't happen. I'm like, fuck, that's very compelling.
Well, Jimmy's a JFK. One guy did it.
Oswald guy, yeah, but I wasn't for many years.
One guy.
The current
you changed your complete opinion
in
on the whole
favor
thing.
Of conspiracy for
forever,
many years. Hard
forever.
Yeah.
Now you're convinced it was just Oswald.
Yes.
This is coming from Dr. Steve, by the way, amateur astronomer,
physician,
space buff,
amateur physician, pederast, creep.
The current Mars orbiter took pictures of the Sirius SIRIUS Apollo landing sites. I suppose those are fake too, though.
No, I'm asking.
Sorry, not the Mars orbiter. Of course, the moon orbiter. Yes.
Did they have the car? Did they take a picture of the car just to shut me up?
They took a picture of the lunar landing site. They have pictures of the car. They do. They were able to actually take pictures of those things, and the lunar orbiter did take pictures. There were pictures online.
Okay, but the banks.
Yeah, the banks now.
Let's see the pictures online.
Fucking banks. Find pictures of lunar landing sites. Yeah, find lunar landing site pictures.
Dude, what is that story? Bieber accused of reckless driving ex-NFL star Keyshawn Johnson.
He lives in Keyshawn Johnson's neighborhood, yeah.
And Bieber's been with one of his sports cars just fucking darting up and down the streets.
Yeah.
Go to Justin Bieber. Go to the fucking track with the goddamn
Keyshawn
car.
Johnson chased him down and then held him until the cops showed up.
He held him?
Yeah, he held him
Did he physically hold him or just stand in front of his car?
I'm not sure
funny.
exactly, but he basically made sure Biebs didn't leave till the cops showed up so they could discuss it.
No fight there.
Oh,
no fucking little brawl there.
Isn't that great?
Oh, come on. Now it looks silly because there's nothing there.
Sam, I can't.
Astronaut footprints, scientific instruments.
What?
LEM shadow.
You can't see it.
Lunar module.
That's the back of a Nestle
That's
Crunch
the
bar.
shadow.
They just shot it in black and white.
I can see the lunar platform right there, the lunar module platform. And
No,
the
you
shadow.
can't. Why?
Sure.
Because there's a thing that says lunar module and there's an arrow pointing to it.
That is true. It's hard to tell.
That is very hard to tell. It's the Apollo 14 site.
There's the scientific instruments. I like
we
how
need better pictures.
Yeah,
a little clearer.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Steve, stand down.
That's an old picture. That couldn't be a new picture. That has to be
It
an old
looks like
photo.
an older.
Oh, that's in the
photo.
Apollo 14. All right, no. Sorry,
No,
Dr. Steve.
that's the Apollo 14 site as taken by something else.
Oh.
I don't know what though.
Yeah, that's
Perhaps.
a horrible picture.
Or perhaps it was from the command module.
I think that was
of the
from
Apollo 14.
Charlie Chaplin's flip phone.
Right, the old flip phone that the guys are walking around with in the old days. They have a few of those now online.
They found more?
They have video of like a film taken back in the 20s and 30s and stuff. And it's like, look at this person's on their cell phone.
They're not. They wouldn't be walking around in front of everybody else.
Yeah, I told you not to call me in this fucking era.
I'm in the 1920s.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Dude, can I call you back? Can I call you back? I'm dealing with prohibition.
Yeah.
We got a guy that has a little more on the Rogan thing. Robert, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson or Neil Tyson deGrasse, whatever that astrophysicist was on Rogan's show, and he's the one that convinced Rogan. Rogan was talking about the film and how he believed that the different film clips were faked on the moon. And the physicist pointed out that to fake the video, to make everything in that environment react the way it would in a weightless environment, actually took more science to do that than it would have actually taken to have gotten to the moon environment.
I just, a conspiracy of that magnitude, and then
that's how it always falls apart with me when it gets to the point of how many people would have to be involved, and everybody keeps their mouth shut.
One person talks.
Again, why do it
I'm an idiot.
times also?
All right, I'm an idiot.
Like, if you got away with it once with Apollo 11, wouldn't you be like, all right, that's it for the lunar program? You don't do it again 6 more fucking times and fake it, and no one talks all of those times. It's so ludicrous to think.
I know, but the banks.
I agree with the banks. Yeah, that
what was the soda can they said? A lot of the moon people say there was a soda can in the original clip. You could see it in the foreground.
Oh, my God.
Oh, they have the most nonsensical shit.
Yeah.
Did you see that kid from Philly? I retweeted the video when he was talking about how he found the real bombers in Boston. And he just took he just had a picture of a guy with a backpack, and he ends it like talking shit. What did he say? He said something like, boom, nailed it, or I can't remember what he said, like.
Was it one of those, like the amateur investigators that were all over the fucking internet during the bombing? It was like they took crowd shots and like, this guy.
No, that's what I love. Like, because I'm an idiot, but I'm not a complete idiot. Like, I'm not going to sit there and listen to somebody who's compiling news footage versus experts who are actually at the site. Mm-hmm. It's like, but if you look at this clip from fucking CNN.
Yeah, look at this guy here. His backpack looks very heavy.
His mannerisms are not indicative of somebody,
Yeah, look, now he doesn't have the backpack on. Well, you can't see it. He's behind somebody. Yeah, but if you could see he didn't.
Maria's coming?
What?
All right.
Who? What?
The Maria Menounos. Broad. Yeah, from Extra.
Extra. Why isn't she going over there? The other morning show next door.
She did already.
Yeah?
Now she's come to see us.
Entertainment shitbox.
Entertainment Weekly?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Entertainment Weekly?
Yeah.
See, yeah, why is she on there too today?
Nope. No.
Damn. What is she promoting?
Got a movie.
Adventures of Serial Buddies.
Bringing the camera out for just in case something big breaks.
Parts in here, just so you know.
It's disgusting. It smells like shit in here.
No, but I am enjoying it.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was blasting?
That one was not me.
It smells like shit in here when you walk in, yeah. There's just been so many blasting farts going off in here.
No.
Permeating. And then girls come in and it's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. In the morning it smells like a locker room.
That's right.
And when we're halfway through the show it smells like a toilet.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Does it smell like gas in here, Sam?
Yeah. It smells terrible.
Does it really? Is it you, Jimmy? You're leaking something out?
I can't smell anything.
Yes. No, you get
It's
used
Jimmy,
to
right?
it in here. You get used to it.
Jimmy!
Hey,
We ought to put some fucking air fresheners in here.
I did.
Oh, man. Is this her?
Yeah, you can't have
What?
You can't have a nice
know who that
lady.
is.
You can't have a nice lady come
I
in
don't
there
know who you're even
smelling-
talking about.
You know her when you see her.
Yeah?
Who is that bitch?
She
Who's
poked
that?
her head in a couple weeks ago.
This girl used to date Ryan. She used to date.
She said she's a fan of the show. I think she's just bullshitting.
That girl's pretty
She really
cute
is a
right
fan
there.
of the show?
She knows who you are.
From what? A couple
know.
press
You're
clippings
famous.
here and there?
You're a famous guy.
Oh. Wow.
Bill Burr, Count Basie Theater tonight, people. Red Bank, New Jersey.
Keyshawn Johnson was holding.
Isn't that a
Justin
great story?
Bieber. You think Justin fucking threw a few at him?
No, of course
Come here,
not.
motherfucker.
No, I'm
you
sure
don't tell
he-
me what to do.
I'm
I
sure
tell
he
you.
behaved.
Of course he did. When he was trying to look tough that time with the car, and this bodyguard was pulling him back and putting him back in his
car seat.
His car seat.
That's a great photo.
It literally looked like an adult
Putting a
parent
baby
putting
in
their
a car
child.
seat.
He was trying to hold him back because Bieber wanted to fight a photographer, and the only picture they really got is Bieber's bodyguard holding Justin Bieber by like the rib cage and picking him up, and it looks like he's putting him in a car seat.
Have you seen it?
He looked like a child.
It's a great picture.
It was great.
It's just terrific.
You know, I'm rooting for him, but he just keeps acting like a dick.
He's really getting asshole-ish these days. Wow.
It's too late. The attorney brother's saying, thanks, Bill. He's closing on his new house tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Wait, why'd you go that way?
Who's that guy? He looks like Hollywood dude.
Bill Burr, for you, my buddy Kevin up in Rochester. I'm closing on my new house tomorrow. Maybe I'll just kill myself instead. Tell Bill I said
Might
thanks.
as well. The banks. Fucking banks. What happened?
Oh, for Getty Images. Okay.
Getty Images.
What's that?
She's a big star.
Sunoco.
Exactly, gas station.
What's she doing, man? What the fuck? Is she being a diva?
What have we got here? Yeah, she's taking some
Why
publicity
are you
shots.
so negative? Maybe she'll be a good guest.
She's
not as negative these days.
Maybe
You got to update that.
Great.
I'm pretty positive these
Look
days.
at her.
Maria!
Wow.
God damn.
Hi there. How you
How are
doing?
you? How you doing?
Wonderful.
You want to grab a seat?
Wow.
Yeah,
Wait,
right
look at
over there.
that.
Zowie,
Look at this
ding
dick.
dong.
This is like the party room.
Does it smell like farts in here? We need to know.
terrible.
Because we hate when
No, it
pretty
doesn't.
girls come in here and it
No.
smells like farts. It
No.
smells all right, huh?
Yeah, I told you.
No, it doesn't.
Jimmy's been sneaking some out. He's not admitting it
So you
officially
just put
yet.
a little dryer sheet in your underwear, and then it would smell pretty.
Yeah.
This is nice.
There you go.
And you can let loose and not be afraid.
Yeah, all right.
Dryer sheet in your underwear?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a
My
little
brother
trick.
used to do that, and I realized, I go, wow, I should like create underwear for men with like a little sleeve so you can put a dryer
A
sheet
little
in there.
pocket.
They
for
have
the
them with
dryer
charcoal. You can put charcoal
No
in them.
way.
Yeah, for people who have issues. They have underwear with like a charcoal thing and
Really?
filters it through. Yeah.
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 Are you serious?
Absolutely. I have a hat made of it.
sheet.
Oh, you saw the Saragusa commercial, right?
So the
You seen the Saragusa commercial, Tony Saragusa?
Oh, that's so embarrassing, the poor guy. I'm Tony Saragusa. Some guys, leak. So it's talking about how manly
isn't he on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a national commercial.
How much money do you need to make? Where would you draw? Have you ever done a commercial?
Yeah.
Okay.
few.
Now, do you draw the line
Yes.
at any? What's the most?
Yes. I got something recently for some,
Massengill?
like something like that. I can't remember what it was right
Yeah.
now.
Adult diapers, right?
And I was like, no, I can't do that. Sorry.
The adult
Yeah.
diaper commercial where they say, oh, she doesn't really need them,
Lisa
but...
Renna.
Yeah, well, they're
They
doing it with
show
a few.
her with diapers.
No way.
Yeah.
She does like Depends commercials?
Yes, but they
You're
go
on
like,
TV and you don't know this stuff?
like,
No,
look
I don't
how-
get to watch TV.
Look how
too
she
busy
looks.
doing it.
She's wearing one right now, and they go, she doesn't need to. But and because they want to show how
How you
people
can do
that
it
aren't
inconspicuously.
ancient
Yes.
kind of look, just in case you have a problem. So they show people, that kind of look good with a dress on.
The new ones
nice
with-
clingy dress, wearing a diaper.
The new ones with the Dance with the Stars lady
yeah.
there.
No way. Who?
I don't know. I don't watch that show, Maria. Jesus.
Cheryl Burke's wearing a diaper?
Cheryl Burke
Oh,
with
it's
a
her?
diaper. Yeah.
I know her.
She's wearing a diaper.
Yeah. But they say she doesn't need it. But look how she can move with this thing on.
But if you don't need it, why would you? Like, what would make you go, I'd love to have that just in case?
Because if someone's watching and they're
That is
only
so funny.
seeing
They're
old
saying
people,
she doesn't have the problem.
Yeah.
But if she did, she could dance
But-
like this,
Right.
and there wouldn't
But
be an issue.
What you guys don't understand, when they started that campaign, they didn't use that tagline.
no.
So everyone's like, "What the fuck does who was
Lisa
the first one?
Rinna, yeah.
Lisa Renna really need this?" And then they finally had to put the little disclosure in there that
And
she actually doesn't need it.
what's his name? Her husband, Lisa Renna's.
Oh, Harry Hamlin, yeah.
Harry Hamlin.
Harry.
They had Harry Hamlin there going, doesn't she look great?
Ugh, no.
And like they're zooming in on where the diaper would be under her dress. It was just
That's still
freakish.
a nice ass, you know?
Yeah.
It's still
Hey.
shapely.
You know, though,
It's a little more
if I had
padded,
kids, I
but-
might have to compromise. If the number was big enough and I
That's
had to
right.
Yeah.
support, so you
You
never
go with it.
know.
No,
Yeah,
that's
Well,
what
think
happens.
about it. Like,
Yeah.
at some point, you can sit here and say all you want that I would never do that, blah, 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 but when
You realize how
Fuck
smart
it.
that is that you just did that, so they can never pull the audio.
Yeah.
It'd be like you saying,
Well,
"I
She's
I
not
never said
sincere
that."
about the
That's
product.
not why I
Very
did
nice.
it, but yeah.
No,
I'm sure
no,
you
no. I'm not
can,
saying that's
yeah.
why
Just
you
gotta
did it.
worry
It's
about that
very
stuff.
smart. Very
It's
smart.
true though. When you have kids to support, things change in your mind a little bit. So
I guess.
hey,
No, I always said that. Like I would never. There's a few things. I was just like, I'll never do. Now I'm getting older. I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck it.
yeah.
Nothing is worse than hearing fucking Joe Theismann crying about his prostate and having to piss at every event he's at.
Yeah, why would he do
It's
that?
terrible.
I know.
Hey, my prostate's giving me a world of hurt.
I used to have to make sure the bathroom was real close.
I know. It's
oh
like,
my
Joe,
God,
just go
Joe, shut
sign
up.
sign a couple more footballs.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Joe Theismann signed football? Come on.
Why would you do that? So sorry.
He loves it.
Yeah, we went off on a tangent.
Off
I apologize.
topic. Off
That's okay.
topic.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
What is your movie about?
Oh.
Adventures of Serial
Different
Buddies.
tangent. It's called The Adventures of Serial Buddies.
See, I know.
And it's about these two nitwits on a road trip who are killing people for different reasons. They find out they're not on the same page by the end of the trip.
Oh.
And it was best described as Dumb and Dumber meets Dexter.
Oh.
I think I like this. But they don't do that thing where they only kill the bad people. Like on Dexter. That's why I had to leave, because it was like the serial killer with the heart of gold.
That's what Jimmy said, too.
One of them kills people because he feels like he's giving them safe passage, that they are evildoers. And then the other one is killing them because they precipitate. Well, the other one kills because he's a trophy maker and he doesn't have enough shelf space. So he's kind of targeting athletes, multi-sport athletes. It's a little messed up.
All right. I kind of got lost. I got lost in the. He makes trophies.
Yeah, he's a trophy. Works in a trophy shop. Yeah, we
literally.
actually use the location. I used to work at a trophy shop. Not
so he's
assembling,
killing
but-
athletes, so he doesn't have to make as many trophies.
Yeah, because he doesn't have enough shelf space.
Oh,
He's a little messed up.
Wow.
I see now.
That's twisted.
I like that.
Yeah, it's
I'd
a
go
little
see that.
twisted.
Yeah, it sounds twisted.
Why doesn't
Yeah.
he just like get a bigger place?
It's pretty big already. Yeah. Well, when you hear the story, his partner, killed himself before because he had too much going on, and so he doesn't want to end up like him. And
And who do you play?
I play one of the sorority girls alongside Beth Bears from Two Broke Girls, and we happen to encounter them along the way. So, and Kathy Lee Gifford's our den mother.
Are you in danger?
No.
Oh.
No. I'm annoyed by them because they are doing, you guys obviously saw Animal House, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, the Animal House plan when they come in and they find the dead sorority sister and they pretend to, what is it? I can't even remember the scene.
Yeah, they make believe
Yeah, they
the one
pretend-
dude was the boyfriend.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
scene.
So they do this in
Remember?
the movie.
They go to the sorority
us,
house.
and I don't buy it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dead.
What?
Dead sorority.
I don't
A
remember
dead
that part.
sorority sister in Animal House?
I don't remember that part either.
No,
I'm sorry, what
they
idiot?
looked it up in the paper and they found out the
yeah, yeah,
sorority
yeah.
girl was dead. So they went there and made believe it was the boyfriend and he didn't know.
Exactly.
So they got
come
the
in and they
sympathy
do that
fuck.
to us, and I'm
Von
like,
Leibowitz.
yeah, I'm like,
Yes.
Von Leibowitz, really?
Kill an accident.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. See, yeah.
So Beth plays like the dopey sorority sister, and I'm the smart one that kind of has like their number. And Christopher Lloyd's in it, Chris McDonald, Henry Winkler does the narration. It's a pretty
Nice.
fun
Did you
movie.
get to meet
The
him?
Fonz.
Yeah, he's amazing. We went to Emerson together, so we've.
I went to
been-
Emerson.
You did?
Yeah.
Hey.
I was on the computer. There you go.
I know.
Little fist bump there. What year?
little fist bump there.
I should have graduated in 2000, but I never finished.
Oh, yeah, youngster. I was, what was I, 93?
Oh, Jesus.
93.
Oh,
And I was 25 by then. I transferred there. I was a 22-year-old freshman.
Oh.
Flailing, convicted drunk driver. My whole life was just was over.
But you got to Emerson.
No, Emerson turned it all around.
That's
then
a great
then I
school.
started. But yeah, that's
And
how.
look at you now.
Yeah, look
It
at
all
me.
worked
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, she's like becoming like my life coach now. There you go, another Emerson
Wow.
grad. Good
That's
deal.
pretty cool.
I just went up there for the Evie Awards. The things that they
yeah.
have up there. It was good. Good
Yep.
time. Good time.
Did you feel kind of like out of place
When-
being
what?
a freshman as a...
Yeah, no. When I took like the core requirement classes,
Yeah.
there's such a big difference between an 18-year-old and a
Yeah.
22-year-old. I felt like I was with children. I was literally embarrassed. It's like
Wow.
when I got there in like January of '91, and I did 3 years of college by December of '92, and then I walked in '93. I went straight through.
Yeah. Plowed
Summer,
right through.
all of
That's a
that.
lot.
I started doing. My college career was ridiculous. I didn't go to any parties, nothing. I was unloading trucks. I was a loser.
Sounds like you had fun before.
And, yeah, no, I did. I hung
You
out.
had all
yeah.
your fun before,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Then you go to Emerson, you pay a shitload of money, and you get it all done fast.
That's right.
Nice.
That was basically
Right?
what it is. I don't know anybody. Like I would never go to a reunion. I don't know anybody's name. Oh God,
We never knew this about Bill.
What was your degree in?
Communications, probably.
Yeah, mass communication, and then I did radio because I was so introverted and I wanted to be a comedian, but I was afraid to go on the
Afraid of
mic.
real
So
people.
I just remember WECB.
Yeah,
did they have
of
that? So
course.
I was basically broadcasting only to these dorms, and I had the 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. shift. Oof. And I would just, that was Dinosaur Jr. with blah, 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 right? And I would actually ask for requests at like 4 in the morning. No, so at one point I just was like, oh,
so
God,
many people called
somebody.
in.
Yeah. Somebody call up, just tell me you hate me, something, and the phone lit up, and I picked it up, and some guy goes, I hate you,
no.
and hung up on me, dude, and I was sitting there like, then I just catastrophized in my head that everyone in the dorms was listening, and they all thought that I sucked.
Oh, shit.
And no, it turned out it was the boyfriend of the girl who was coming in for like the next shift, and he was just fucking around.
No one else was
And he
listening.
called me back. She said to say, I'm sorry. It was the worst.
Wow.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm running my mouth here.
No,
We're supposed to be promoting a movie here.
What was your degree in?
I studied broadcast journalism and film.
How'd
I
that
got my
work out
job
for you?
before I
Worked out for you?
graduated, so
Oh, you
say?
did?
I said, how did it work out for you?
it worked out.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you get your job through contacts you made there, or was it had nothing to do with school?
It actually, you know what? When I went to school, I felt like I was kind of missing out on the whole networking thing because I never did. And then, there were all these, people that were like, oh my God, I totally have a job when we graduate. My friend's dad works here and works there. And I'm going to be at E. And I'm like, oh my God. I would look at my boyfriend, Kevin. I'm like, did I fuck up?
Right.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Please
point.
do.
You're on radio.
Please do.
I'm like, I think I screwed up. I think that I didn't spend my time like networking. I was so busy like studying and working and doing all that stuff and being involved in things. And he's like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Well, the film that I worked in while I was in college, one of the guys was a PA at Channel 1. And he called me and he was friends with my boyfriend. He's like, they're looking for TV anchors.
That's how it works.
And so I got the call, but he was a PA. It's not like he had any power. He just told me about it. So luckily I worked on the right project, met a person that had, the right knowledge, and it kind of happened from there.
I don't think anyone actually goes through all the schooling, goes through like sending out the resumes or going on auditions, whatever it is, and gets a job. It's always like some freak meeting or some weird networking thing or nepotism.
But
it's never just.
But if I didn't go to Emerson, it would have never happened, because if I didn't go to Emerson, say I'd gone to BU, for example, like I wanted to originally for broadcast journalism, I got in, but Emerson gave me more money, so I had to go where the money was.
BU's way more expensive, isn't it?
Yeah. And so I wouldn't have had the option to do film. Well, I ended up meeting Kevin, who came back to Boston to make his movie, and I started volunteering that summer, and I was like, oh, I like this film thing. And I was able to now add that to my major and add those classes in. Well, had I not worked on that, I would have never gone into those classes and learned what I learned. And, it's just, there's
God
a series
knows
of
where you'd be
things. Yeah, exactly.
See?
But it's actually true. You never know.
You never know.
And so because I was prepared, I met the opportunity,
Why that freaks me
worked.
out sometimes. The only reason why I ended up doing stand-up was because the guy I worked with wanted to do it too.
Shit.
And it stopped being on TV because, back in the day, remember, it's just like Hollywood was a zillion miles away. It wasn't like you could make YouTube. It seemed videos and shit.
Right.
It seemed impossible.
Impossible.
So he was just like, he goes, these guys aren't funny. One of these nights I'm going to take a shot at Jack Daniels and I'm going on stage. Then all of a sudden I was just like, this guy?
You're like, I can do better than him.
You can just do it?
Do it.
Yeah.
Where is that guy?
What's he doing? Yeah.
I don't know. I lost touch with him.
Oh, no.
I was really hoping you guys would avoid it.
Sorry.
They always go with the thing.
But
Like, why it couldn't just be positive and uplifting? It just had to be like, what about that
Because we
guy?
know
What's
what
he-
happened to that
What's
guy.
he selling for?
Sometimes it doesn't
We
work
already know what happened to that guy.
Yeah, he
killed
probably
himself.
met the love of his life, and he's got a great job,
Okay,
and
fair
he's
enough.
not in this horrific business.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You know?
He probably
Very
came
happy.
Yeah, didn't have to do stand-up on a
Right.
boat during a prom
Got a
and get
death,
booed.
got a nice big death note.
It's funny.
On his house.
We've been we started shooting our reality show the last 2 weeks, and I said to them, I go, I have all this crazy footage of me when I was younger, saying all this crazy stuff. Like someday I'm going to go to Hollywood. Someday I'm going to do this. Someday I'm going to do that. I go, I think there's something you can do with this. I mean, I'm definitely not a writer, but I feel like having someone kind of predict the future on camera when they're 18 or whatever is kind of interesting. And so there's one interview I was being interviewed for like Miss Massachusetts, Teen USA or something. And they said,
I got interviewed for that, too.
Yeah. They said, they asked me something, and I was like, I always thought, and this is my deep Boston accent, Hollywood was like so far away and unattainable, but I'm here to say that, dreams do come true, and I know someday that I'm going to make it if I work hard, and like all this stuff I'm saying, and I'm like, and my hair's in a bun, I'm 40 pounds heavier, I'm this like little kid, and I'm saying all this stuff, and I'm like, that's freaking crazy. Like, it happened. Right. Everything I said.
What's crazy is you're from Massachusetts. How did you get rid of
how did you get rid of that accent?
It went away the first day I went on camera.
Come on.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then it would fall back. So I would go on camera and I'd feel like I have to be professional. And then the second the camera would be off, I would be like partying and talking like this again. And, and then my producers would get nervous when I got to LA and, because that was on camera at Emerson on like our school news. But then when I went to Channel 1, every so often I would slip back.
Boy.
And they're like, you're not going to do it, are you?
And
I'm like, no, I'm fine. Don't worry. And then it just stays.
Yeah.
What was that horrific class you had to take? It was like
voice and articulation.
Oh my God, it was the worst.
What's this?
Voice and articulation, and you'd go up. They try to teach you. Was it career speech?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's just what the hell is this in my brain? Career speech, like basically, on the news when, like her, like you can't tell where she's from.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's the goal.
So she obviously passed the class. I never did. No, I did, but I just remember the first day they just have you read from a book.
Wow.
Really? And listen.
And then they try to get you.
Hey, you have to read out loud in front of everybody.
Yeah, and I remember there was this kid drove me nuts. He had vocal fry, was what it's called. It's when you don't push enough air through your voice box, and he would talk like this. And blah, blah, blah. And then they would just be like, you got to push more air out, and he would just continue to talk like that, but louder. For our scar, and 7 years ago, was like every time he went up there, like I wanted to murder this kid. I still remember him.
I remember
this pudgy kid,
right?
You're not scarred by any kids in class?
No, man, none that I could think of right now.
Dally Dooley with the big head.
Oh yeah, we all had those.
For me. They were doing something called, was it mainstreaming or something? It was some experimental thing where they put mentally and physically challenged kids in the same classes as the normal kids.
Yeah, who are at the meanest point in their life.
Exactly.
Right.
Not going to understand.
Smart enough to come up with the insult, but not mature enough to be like,
best
I shouldn't
ever.
do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Right.
That's a good program.
Right.
But I wasn't a mean kid or anything, but I was just like traumatized by some of these kids. Because, I mean, I'm talking, it was a while back, so this, like thalidomide babies were in my class with little flipper arms and a giant head and fucking...
What is it?
It's like thalidomide. They used to give it to women that were kind of apt to miscarriage. And they would give them this drug, thalidomide, and...
I thought I was crazy for not knowing. I was like trying to figure it out. I'm like,
you never heard of this?
Did I hear it wrong?
Oh, no, he's got it.
It fucked kids up. It gave them birth defects where they had the little flipper arms, or they'd have big, giant water on the brain heads. And one kid had this eye. It was like a goat's eye. The pupil was like straight across, and I'm like eating
Did you
lunch.
have multiple kids in your class with this?
Yes, it was crazy. It was like I grew up in Chernobyl. Yeah. They were just fucking...
We're older than you. They've cured a lot of this shit.
Oh, yeah.
By the time you went to school, we did.
The prenatal screening process these days is amazing. They could tell people very early on genetically what's going to happen to the kids, and then they do, amnio tests and could tell this, that. Back then, it was just, Pop would be there with a cigar ready to light it, rolling a die, going, hey!
Hoping for the best.
Oh, you crapped out, Dad. Look at that. Peg leg and a fucking spina bifida.
You do know what show you're on, right? Okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I know.
And then as kids,
and you asked, by the way.
There were a lot of
Maria asked.
Weird handicaps back then.
You asked.
I asked.
Well,
yeah,
of
you
course.
asked about the weird kids in class.
But it traumatized me.
His pizza off. He scraped the cheese off his pizza, and he hated when you'd blow air in his face. Like we would all go up to him and go, and he would go, "Stop bothering me!" and scratch his face.
God.
Yeah, he was great.
And so you kept doing it.
That's all we did.
There was this kid named Patrick Fullen, and Patrick Fullen was like a chubby kid.
Yeah, because she's a good person. You can tell she should be horrified.
He made faces when you punched him in the
Why you would
stomach.
want to go blow in the kid's face after he's like freaking out?
The sad part, we think this is hilarious.
Terrible.
Yeah, we were young. I mean, it was
we're young
blow
and
in your
stupid.
face, will you pass me a water? Thank you.
It was awful. We used to punch a kid in the stomach because he made a funny face when you did it. He was this Patrick Fullen, this little pudgy kid. And a little gang would get him against the wall.
No!
And he'd sit there, and then he'd punch him in the stomach, and he'd go like he made a funny face. So every day, all day long, they would punch Patrick Fullen in the stomach just to see the face. It's terrible, of course it is.
But this was before they invented the word bullying.
But it wasn't bullying. It was,
what that word was.
Please.
yeah.
They used to take me. I was one of two Greeks in the school.
Good night.
And me and this kid Dino, and they used to smush us together in the schoolyard, and they're like, "You're Greeks, you need to stick together and get married and kiss." And I'm like, I'm like 10, like, what are you doing? Or 9, whatever. And they would like smush us, and they would like not talk to us and be so mean.
Put them up to it.
No.
Hey, can you smush us together?
That's the hot one over there.
Bully, here's my lunch
So
money.
mean.
Smush me into her.
They'd call me the Greek geek.
We tied this kid to a tree, and we were throwing fireworks at him. So my brother took the firecracker and had one of those short wicks, and you had to light him and throw. We were just doing it close to him, and he was freaking out, and it was just fun.
Yeah,
and,
it was terrible.
And he lit the thing, and he went back to throw it like a football, and it blew up in his hand. I remember that.
Did it fuck his hand up, or did
I remember he was just you just poured water on everything when you were younger.
Yeah.
So you just poured
Rub it
water.
in leaves.
Yeah, and he ended up being.
We used to go in the woods with foam rubber from a couch and light it on fire and hold it up, and it would go woot, woot, woot. It would make like the sound when it was like bubbling, burning rubber falling, and when it was on fire, it would sound like woot, woot, and it was cool. Until it hit me in the wrist. One thing, a blob of it hit me on the wrist. I ran out of the woods like that fucking girl in Vietnam, the picture. Where she was fucking napalm. I was screaming.
Game over.
Screaming.
Game over.
Oh, did that hurt? I like high-pitched scream, crying. My friends are just like, and then when it finally stopped hurting, I'm like, oh, that'll never go away.
Yeah, now I have to
move.
I have to go back.
They're gonna remember my fucking pussy baby crying
as you're running out of the woods.
Yeah.
Why did they boo you when you inducted Bob Backlund?
Oh, man.
You're a big wrestling fan, right?
Yeah.
To set this up properly, you're a big wrestling fan, and you
Part-time diva.
You inducted Bob Backlund into the Hall of Fame. And that's Jimmy's favorite wrestler.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I realized when they made the announcement, people were starting to send me like hate tweets. Like, why are you inducting Bob Backlund? And I'm like, so then I finally was like, okay, I need to let people know that we've been friends for a long time. So I tweeted some stuff, and then people were like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. And I figured when they heard the speech, they would realize how close we've been all these years. And so a little bit is my fault because I let the speech go on too long. I think I wrote too long of
How
one.
long was it?
I don't remember.
Wait! I got
hold
on. I got to stop you though. How did you become friends with Bob Backlund? That seems like a weird combination.
I know. Well, when I was making my first film with Kevin had brought Backlund to MTV and put him on Singled Out back in the day, and so he had maintained a relationship with him. We cast him in our movie, and he came and shot it. And of course, I met him there and became friends with him. And he came to my pageant when I was in Miss Mass and things like that. So we helped him run for Congress. We helped him with his run. Like we've been friends for years.
Okay, so now fast forward. You got the intro.
So fast forward, they called me up and they said, Mr. Backlund would like you to induct him. And I was hoping that would be the case because secretly I wanted to, because I feel like, there's a lot of people that could have done it, but would they have given him the props that he really deserved for what he did? Like, I get misty-eyed. And so I don't know if they would. Like, you have to really know him and really have, like,
So
whatever.
the fans probably wanted like another Tony Gurria or Bruno Sammartino to do
Iron
it.
Sheik. They wanted so many
And
people. Like, who would you have wanted being a Backlund fan?
Probably would have Sergeant Slaughter.
Slaughter. That was another one. Yeah.
Somebody really unpleasant.
And the thing
Billy
is
Graham.
he asked for me. And so I'm not going to say no, obviously. And I was excited to do it. And so I worked really, really hard to make sure, like, the speech was perfect. Kevin helped me with it. And I think it just went a little too long. The crowd gets a little restless, gets a little tired, especially if it's somebody they didn't really get why you were there. But it actually turned around because people were really mad that I got booed. And so the fans were mad at the fans inside that were booing, and so they kept saying like that they were really embarrassed by them.
So when you got booed, did you keep going? Did you plow
I did.
through it? There you go.
I
See
did.
that?
Yeah.
Emerson.
So you have to.
You learned that at Emerson?
We learned that at Emerson.
Bill had a moment
Yeah, we
once.
did.
Yeah, that's right. That was
Bill had a moment a few years back.
The ones that got mad at you for, or mad at them for booing, I call them on Twitter, I call them white knights. They're the guys that, now let's say you tweeted something and somebody retweeted you and said something nasty about you. Guys will fly in bashing the guy that bashed you on this odd chance that you're going to fucking, like, oh, thank you. Oh, and some relationship's going to spark. They're Twitter white knights, and they're the biggest fucking losers.
The worst.
Phonies.
I can't stand it.
She's like a sister to me. It's
I like
that
throwing
top
a good
block energy.
bashing around, regardless of, guy, girl, or whatever the fuck it is. And when I do, I don't need some fucking guy thinking his dream is going to come true and she's going to knock on your door and thank you for saving her from this Twitter villain.
Yeah.
And so I call them out.
I sick
Look,
them
you
on them
faggot.
sometimes. I call for
Yeah.
the white knights. I'm like, hey, look what this guy just said.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
him!
Believe me, we've done that too on Twitter.
Sure.
Hey, attack.
Yeah.
Last night, there was that asshole that was getting on Jimmy, and all I did was like, hey, guys, release the Kraken.
Yeah.
And boy,
It's
they
fun.
fucking...
Jimmy, what happened last
they
night?
piled on.
We still haven't talked about it.
Nothing bad. I did Hannity last night, and we were talking about the tweet, the Leah Dunham tweet about Memorial Day, and I stuck up for her and said I didn't think it was anything anti-veteran.
What did she say?
Just something about, hey, happy Memorial Day. I peed in 2 Starbucks bathrooms already. Like, she was just putting 2 thoughts together and being silly. She didn't mean, there was nothing disrespectful about veterans, nothing. And so, Hannity wasn't that committed to the idea that there was, but the woman I was kind of debating with was, in D.C. on a monitor, and she was saying that it was very disrespectful and blah, blah, blah. So we just kind of got into it. It wasn't really nasty. I was a little dismissive and irritated because she stepped on me, but I liked her. So afterwards, this pukey conservative TV lawyer gets on and goes, well, he was the rudest guest who was ever on Hannity about me, just to get her to like him. And then I saw that his profile thing, he said I'm the rock and roll commentator. He's an absolute douche.
Rock and roll
So I
commentator.
smashed him and called him a white knight. And they were
He's a white knight. He's trying to stick up for, hey, maybe we could get together and have lunch.
Because she and I sent each other DMs, like, hey, it was fun going back and forth with you. And she was like, yeah, you too. It
She
was
was
really
cool with it in
friendly.
the
Yeah,
end,
she was
right?
great.
Yeah,
And then throws you under the bus.
No, she didn't. It was just this guy stepping in, trying to get her to go, hey,
Oh, the
thanks a
guy
lot.
did it, okay.
Yeah, he did.
And unfortunately for him, his profile pic on Twitter was him and his lovely little daughter, and the fans are just fucking
Yeah, they kind of take what you
brutal.
give them.
Oh,
I mean,
they are brutal. If someone really bugs me and I have enough time on my hands on Twitter,
Oh, I go at him.
I will fucking do such research. I mean, sit there and paw into Google and
Oh, really?
and put his name in and try to find an email and find like his stash of pictures on fucking photo sites.
You can find all that?
Oh, yeah.
If you have to.
And all you
Look
got
at
to
her
do
face.
is find a
You
picture
go to this
of...
like Kodak photo
Yes,
sharing?
and like you'll fucking see like his wife and stuff, and if I'll be like, oh, nice fucking pig wife you got there. Oh yeah, I'll be fucking brutal.
Ruthless.
Your kid's cross-eyed. Hey, your kid's cross-eyed. Why don't you fix that lazy eye?
Oh, Jesus.
That's
you
the way
have
to
to.
handle it, though, because you could always just block them.
I've had more
Why block
people
them when you can
No,
just...
see-
I've had more people cancel their fucking Twitter accounts after giving me shit.
No
shit. I have a fucking great record of people just, and the fans are hysterical, like, well, there's another one down, and they just cancel. They fucking leave Twitter.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's great. Fuck them.
I don't think she wants to hear this.
Nah.
No, I don't
Has
know.
nothing to do with her
it's
movie.
it's a difference of attack. I will go at them and say, like, really, what in your day made you so angry that you felt like lashing out at me was going to make it better?
Stupid.
And
now how do you
then-
respond to that?
And then they're like, and most of the time they don't know what to say back. Sometimes people are like, you know what? And they actually will be honest. They'll be like, I had a bad day. I'm really sorry. And I took it out on you. And I'm like,
Well,
no
for a
problem.
pretty girl, maybe they'll do
All
that.
good.
Yeah.
But
For me,
sometimes,
You
not
big
so
dumb
much.
redhead, you fuck.
oh my God.
That's what I get.
I just
little
saw the
different.
butt thing. That's so funny.
You prick.
But some guy smacked Beyonce in the butt.
Here's the thing, though.
During a concert, yeah.
I have everything out there.
What?
Oh, yeah.
That's so because what the fuck, you know?
He smacked her in the butt.
That's hilarious, though.
Who does
Yeah.
that? I know.
No, but you know something? If you're walking around with your fucking, I don't know, I'm just saying. I'm not going to come off like a moron.
I don't agree
you
with touching
can't.
anybody.
Wait,
can't.
if you're really showing off your butt,
look, if you're fucking,
you should expect a slap, right?
No,
that's what Bill's saying.
I'm saying if your whole fucking thing is, you're advertising your new album where you're singing and you're on, you're laying on your stomach, putting your butt in the fucking air. It's like, come on.
No.
No. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying what.
But you shouldn't be surprised.
It's like walking through Central Park at 3 a.m, dressed like Liberace, singing "I'm in the Money." Now you shouldn't get fucking mugged, but after a while, it's like, what are you doing?
That's right. You go on a date with her. She's got a skirt on. Hey, what does she have to say now? Bill.
When you go to a strip joint, do you just go up and grab the woman up on stage just because she's stripping?
You can't do that.
You can't do that. There are rules.
No, you guys are confusing me advocating what that guy did. It's just like you can't fucking walk down a goddamn runway where there's people that fucking close.
You're giving people too much credit, is what you're doing.
Yeah, they're animals.
Bill is being realistic here. They're animals.
Yeah,
the animals.
Right. He's not saying it's right.
Okay,
I'm not saying it's right on any fucking level.
It's right.
But it's just like whoever the fucking moron was that goes, here's a good idea. Get closer to these fucking people.
Yeah.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen. I mean, God, people, they're animals.
Yeah, you're just going to grab. It's terrible.
I had a guy, I was in France, I was at the Cannes Film Festival, and I was like on a power walk with my friend, and this guy's coming at us on his bicycle, and he literally reaches out, grabs my boobs, and keeps biking. And I'm like,
wow.
What the hell just happened?
Sorry.
And so I started chasing after him. I was so mad, but I couldn't keep up.
I would kill.
Could you imagine?
Just think of this guy laying in bed going, God, I just want to grab the boobs, but I don't want to get caught. You're just rollerblading?
On his fucking bike.
No.
It's so wrong, but it's also
I did that once. You just brought back a memory.
What do you mean you did that once?
I grabbed somebody once. No.
I
was a teenager, and I was with my friends, and we saw some pretty girl, and they dared me to walk up and just grab her ass.
Oh, my God.
So I did, and I'm like, I haven't thought of this in over 20 years. And I grabbed her ass, and she's like, how'd you like a punch in the face, asshole?
Oh.
I was so surprised.
What was your answer?
No, I don't want
So where did this guy, he got away with it?
Yeah,
he just kept biking?
was riding on his bike.
You probably shouldn't say this.
He's riding on his bike, grabs my
wow.
hard, too.
Wow. I'm actually jealous Bill got to be the example, Greg.
That's fucking, I mean, I know it's traumatic, but there's just some people, it's so fucking pathetic, it's funny.
What's awful is, like, you always, first of all, women are just violated so frequently, or at least I have been, that you're just like, you just are continuously in fucking shock.
Yeah,
right.
You're continuously in shock. And so these people...
Please tell me, that has to be the most fucked up one.
I was at an invited event recently.
This guy in a unicycle comes by.
I
think he's just juggling.
About a project, whatever, a movie. And he's like, you'd be really good in this. And he's caressing my
Oh, my God.
And you're like, this isn't happening. No, this isn't happening. I'm at a kid's event. The wife of the person is standing right there.
Wow.
She's not seeing this. So I kind of just turn. I'm like, maybe he was just, just rubbing my back and he didn't realize.
Maybe.
Because her back feels like an ass.
Did it again.
And I'm like, this is not happening right now.
Did you say anything to him? Isn't it weird how, like...
Wait, I'm talking off mic. I apologize.
No, we heard.
But did you say anything
Believe me, the listeners had their ears to the...
Yeah.
No, we all knew what he was doing.
No, but did you say to him? Did you say to him, like, hey, what do you think you're doing?
No, because you're in shock and you realize it after. You're like, oh my God, wait.
Oh, how
he really
fucking
was just
creepy.
Right.
Yeah.
Being creepy, and like
That's
you keep making excuses for people at some point, and you always think you're going to be that girl that, like, at some point you're just like, I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to have chain reaction and knock you out, but you're just in shock.
And we're all
it's not
think
good career-wise either.
Now that guy thinks you enjoyed it a little bit.
I
He's going
would
to say
love
anything.
one of these days. I just would love
Yeah, to unload.
Fucking,
gosh,
yeah.
you
Someone's
hate
going to get
that
the
guy.
wrath
We
someday.
hate him and secretly admire him at the same time.
My goodness. That's a nice rub.
Yep.
Right there.
I used to work with a guy who was like touchy-feely like that.
Ugh.
And he would come up, you'd be standing there like you wouldn't see him. He just had this way of approaching where you just didn't see him in your peripheral.
He would sidle
hey,
up
how
on
you doing? He'd rub your belly real quick and give it a pat.
Like your belly?
It was so fucking creepy. The worst one ever was I was at the vending machine and he did this thing where he came up to me from behind. He slapped me on the back on one side of my shoulder, slid his hand all the way across my back, and then he squeezed my other fucking shoulder like he was trying to see if a melon was ripe. Dude, I swear to God, it took like fucking 3 hours to get it
to go back down.
That's just your shoulder. Imagine it being your butt or your boobs.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, come on.
Wow, that's it. So he slaps, rubs.
He went, hey, and he slapped my back and slid his hand. Like, it felt like it took an hour, but it was so quick, though. And then he squeezed my other fucking shoulder, and I was just like...
What is that?
That's intrusive. Like, took your ear and then started
And that's the thing, though. I was so fucking young. I didn't know how to react to anything with just pure rage. So it's just like, well, I want to take his head now and stick it through the fucking... vending machine, but I'll lose my job. I can't. Right. So then I didn't say anything.
Yeah, so then you felt like you would hoard yourself out.
So then I just gave him like dirty looks, and then it came time for my fucking raise, and it's just Bill's very unsocial. It's like,
oh please,
yeah,
asshole.
You hoard yourself for your job. I was
yourself.
Violated.
Sometimes you just have to bite your tongue.
Oh, it's terrible.
Hey, are you really friends with Tom Brady, or is that just for your bio?
It says
you're it says avid sports fan, of course, Boston sports, and friends with Tom Brady. Personal friendship with Tom Brady.
That's weird. I would never have that in a bio. Yeah, no.
Or someone.
I did have a dream about him last night. Oddly enough, when you said his name, I'm like, oh. He was in my
So you're not really
dream.
friends with Tom Brady?
I mean, we're friendly. Obviously, I know him, and him and Giselle invited us to a game once.
Now, what if he were to ride by on a bicycle? Let's just hypothetically.
I might give him a pass.
That was actually him. You forgot to say the guy had a Patriots helmet on.
Tom Brady can do no wrong.
Yeah, we got to wrap up with Maria.
And I see Bailey's out there.
When's your movie come out?
Well, it was out in AMC theaters in March. Now it's available on iTunes today.
Okay.
But you can go to serialbuddies.com today, Serial Buddies with an S, and buy it now and support us indie filmmakers trying to do our thing.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
gotta do it.
This went great, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
Maria.
And Bill is at the in Red Bank tonight at the Count Basie Theater. If you are so inclined, go see the great Bill Burr tonight, or go to billburr.com
that
for
would be
tickets.
fun.
Hey, great comic, man.
Yeah,
great comic.
And our third podcast is available today. We're finally podcasting.
I love it.
Well, an hour a week for the people that can't afford this. So I don't know. Download that. And don't you have a plug for your?
My advice show is, I'm doing an antisocial show with Attell, Artie Lang, Amy, and myself.
Artie's in our movie, too.
Is he really?
Yeah, you'll have to talk to him about it.
Yeah, we're doing it July 20th in Bethlehem, PA. Tickets on sale Friday morning at 10 a.m. And my advice show is next, and the lovely Bailey J will be on with me today.
Oh, I saw Bailey walk in.
Yes.
Oh, hubba hubba.
Do you know anything about Bailey J?
I don't.
She's delightful. She's unfortunately married, but she's a delightful young lady.
And she's got an extra part.
What?
She's got an extra part.
Oh. like down there?
Oh, yeah. And Jimmy thinks she's delightful.
We all do. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Bailey J's a home run.
I gotta say, Bailey J is
she's right there.
Like that?
You want her to say hi real fast, Jimmy?
Bring her in
really
That's
fast?
Fascinating.
Yeah,
Someone
where's
who's
Bailey?
listening to our radio show.
Yo, bring her in real fast,
Get Bailey in
Bailey.
real quick.
Bailey J. No, anyone?
Wait, so born with the whole deal?
Yep.
You're saying like
A big one. She's got a big one.
Both options.
She's got a big one.
They say, what do you say? Both.
But she identifies with her female side?
Yeah, I don't know. This is her right here.
Wow. Hi.
Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
How you doing?
Yeah.
No, in a nice way. In a nice way.
Should I go to where?
That one right there.
Right there's good.
You're going to be doing Jimmy's Advice Show today, and we got Maria Menounos here from Extra. We wanted you to meet her, I guess. I don't know.
Hi, how are you?
So you guys do your show now?
Yeah, I'm doing it from 10 to 11. I do an advice show. They wanted to give me a raise, but they couldn't justify it. So they're like, do an extra show and we'll pay you.
I like the shows
There you
that
go.
Bailey's on because 99% of the questions are, is it weird that I want to fucking suck your
It's so
dick?
true. They either can't get their dick up or they want to suck my dick. I'm just like, oh my
Is
God.
it weird if I want to suck your dick? Does that make
And I
me
have to put a fake voice on when I call.
Wait, so heterosexual guys will call up and say, "Is it weird?"
Well, I mean, what's a gay guy going to do with me? Touch my tits? Like, they don't want to fuck me. They think I'm disgusting. Like, get away from me.
You could have sex with them, right?
What, a gay guy?
Yeah.
I think they're adorable. They just won't fuck me.
They
They're
don't.
Just like,
They don't want any
like
part of it. You look too much. Yeah, you look like a girl.
It's like if a
actually makes
straight guy
sense.
would he fuck
Yeah,
a dude just
makes
because he has a
perfect
pussy?
sense.
You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
they couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about what's around.
Is it weird?
Is it weird if I want you to come in
trying to
my
justify
mouth?
it, I guess.
Is that weird?
I've said it before, but guys like fake tits and anal, and I bring those to the table.
Hey,
All right.
now, wow.
We got to wrap this up so Jimmy can start his show. So Bailey J is up
Thanks
next.
for
with-
having me on, guys.
with
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
by. Maria.
Anytime.
Yeah,
I got
we'll
to
see you
let
next
off
time.
all my violations.
Yes.
I'll have more next time.
Opie and Anthony have left the building.